Good morning everybody, wee Paddy from across the shuck, and this is just a wee quick update video. When I recommend something or I've said something on the channel and things change a bit, I would rather come on and say it before somebody goes and spends their hard-earned money on whatever it is that I've said. Now, the last video I've done was on a Rough Rider. I'll just get it out here now. This big Rough Rider. And it's the Workman, the Rough Rider Workman. And my opinion hasn't changed that it's a good knife, because it's still a well-made knife. It's still a well-finished knife. And for a price of £16, which is what, $20, it's a big bladed knife. You know, it's near a 4-inch blade knife. It takes a good edge. But I had said that I was going to keep it in my pocket and let it go blunt and then see what it was like to sharpen. To be honest with you, I kept it in my pocket for 3 days, and I only, to be honest with you, I don't do a whole lot of cutting. This is, you know, more of a take out and go to work knife. But I cut up any cardboard that I had in the house, and to be honest with you, I didn't cut up a whole lot before the edge started going off. And I am no good with an edge that's gone off. So I just had to sharpen it. I can't do it and not sharpen it. So I did find out that this, it's razor, it says razor sharp, doesn't it? What's it say on it? Yes. It says 440 razor sharp steel. It's not 440C, so I would take it as 440A. But now it does, it takes a good sharpen, and it puts a good edge on it, and it'll last a good amount of time if you're just going to go doing EDC about the house, you know, cutting cardboard up, and it's fine. And at night, to be honest, the wee strop would just bring it back again. The blade steel is not hard to bring back, very, very easy. So, I mean, I've stropped it and I've brought it back a wee bit, and it is, you know, it's a lovely edge, and you don't hear it going through the paper, and that edge goes on. There's no strain to get that edge on. It just goes straight on it. So, what I have done to change it, I haven't changed my mind on the knife, but what I've done is I've changed my mind on the carry for the knife. This is a huge big handle. Like, I have a fair sized hand, but I mean, there's loads of room in that handle. This would be a great knife in the winter to take out with you if you're going to work or you're going to work outside, because there's plenty to grab onto and it's not going to restrict the blade. It's a liner lock, so it's easy to close, easy to open. So that's it. And what I've done is, I sort of hinted at the beginning there, this is just a little pouch. It was a telephone pouch. And what I have done is, in the telephone pouch, along with the knife, because it's a bit of a big pouch, is, do you remember my DC4 that I've done a review on the DC4 quite a while back, on the diamond side of the DC4. Goes off very quickly. So I had said before that I was going to put a leather strap on it, and I'd already done that, and that sits by me at night time. And if I want to do a wee quick strap and I don't want to get all my gear out, I just use that, and I've got that for sharpening. So what I've done now is I have now put this in here and my knife in there. Now, it's narrow, but it's coming to the winter here, or even if you were taking a coat out and you're going to do a bit of work. To me, that's what I would do, because I couldn't, in all hand on heart, say that this is going to last you all day if you're going to do hard work. I don't think it could, to be honest with you. But on your tea break, it's just a matter of taking the wee strap out. And this is what I honestly believe it is, because it happened to me. Take a wee strap out and give it a couple of wee strops, and it'll bring your edge back. If at lunchtime it needs a wee bit more, pop her over to the other side, give her a quick sharpen, quick strop, and she'll be back out for the afternoon. So, like, for £16, $20, still a really good knife. And the steel does sharpen up lovely. You do get a nice sharp edge, but it just really doesn't. And what do you expect for that kind of money? You're not going to expect huge workload out of something. So that's my update on it. I hope that helps anybody, and I don't want it to be a negative, because if you've gone ahead and bought the knife in my recommendation, don't worry, you're getting a very good knife. It's well finished, good knife, but it does need sharpened a bit more than like a GEC or a case. It's not that quality of steel, blade steel. So what I would recommend you do, a wee DC4 or something, stick it in there. I put that in. It's literally a wee cheap phone case, and now that can just slip into my pocket and away I go and take it with me. But if you're going to do work with it, I suggest you do take some sort of sharpener. It's not the DC4. That was just mine. I stuck a bit of leather belt on the back of it, and it does absolutely brilliant. So I hope that helps you, and I wanted to do that before anybody gone out and hopefully bought it. But if you have bought it, I still stand by it. It's a lovely knife. This is just a better way I found to use it as a work knife. You know, whether you're going to leave it out in the garage and do your boxes out there, it gives you something to give it a quick, the edge sharpen, and away you go if you're doing a lot of cutting. So I hope that helps. I don't know, I've never done this before, so I think being honest and being upfront is the best way to do it. I don't want people buying stuff and then coming back to me and saying, that was a lot of rubbish, Paddy. So, take care. Thank you very much. There'll be another video up soon within the next day or two. I'm not sure what it's going to be yet, but there will be. Thank you so much for watching. Do you like my beard? I've now took the sides away and left with this, and I'm going to grow this long. The wife allows me. So there we go. Take care, folks. Paddy away. Bye-bye.